So demand-driven has a variety of benefit to different kinds of industries. For example, pharmaceuticals, it allows a pharmaceutical company to label to the country into which the drug or the pharmaceutical is going, so that way we don't have to rework to be able to repackage to send that drug to a different country if we didn't send it and label it correctly in the first place. For a steel plant, it allows us to use the capacity to build the steel that's really required and in the sequence so that it improves the efficiency of the utilization of that plant. It's really important to a steel plant that it has to run in sequence, because if we break that sequence, then that really dramatically impacts the overall capacity utilization of the plant. Another example, you look at aerospace, and a key important factor in aerospace is the reduction of lead time. So demand-driven allows an aerospace plant to dramatically reduce its lead time and improve its capacity, because we're not building the things that we don't need anymore. We're only building those things that are going to actually be consumed. In a fast-moving consumer goods company, the average results, usually finished goods inventory falls by about half, raw material inventory about 25%, but the more important thing is that the response time to the market dramatically reduced. In one fast-moving consumer goods company, the response time to the market fell from 70 days to just 9 days. So this allows a fast-moving consumer good company to really be able to sense changes in customer demand, adapt planning and production, and pull from suppliers all in real time.
You mentioned the ADT MRP model in the Fresh Connection business simulations. I think if you tell some words about this opportunity for others to trial the ADT MRP, it will be also good.
Yeah. It's very exciting that the Fresh Connection has brought out a version with ADT MRP inside. And in fact, DDI has co-branded this offering so that people can explore how easy it is to use buffers to stabilize both variability of demand and variability of supply, so that you get high availability with lower inventory and lower production cost.
Okay, and when you do the ADT MRP model, so what can you try? You can try really the methodology of ADT MRP and see the results, am I right?
We encourage people after you've taken the class to go back to your place and try a proof of concept pilot. Try it on a group of parts where you're having difficulty. Usually it's either finished goods or raw materials. And declare those parts externally planned, create the buffers, plan according to the net flow equation, and what always happens is availability goes up, inventory goes down, costs go down, and customer service improves. The Demand Driven Institute is a certification and education company. We offer a number of certificates like the Demand Driven Planner class, which is for a planner to understand in detail how to manage the inventory, the positioning of buffer, the sizing of buffers. So that's the Demand Driven Planner Professional. We also have the Demand Driven Leader Professional, which teaches the supervisor, the manager, and the director how to manage an entire company using a Demand Driven operating model. To get started, there's also the Demand Driven Supply Chain Fundamentals. And the Demand Driven Supply Chains Fundamental course prepares you for the Demand Driven Fundamentals Professional, which is very, very broad. It covers all the areas of a supply chain and brings you to the idea that going to demand driven really is the answer to move a company forward.
The exams, and especially the exams in Russia, how is it possible to take the exam, and which materials they need to prepare, what courses they need to take, something more.
Okay. All right, the good news about the DDI exams is that you can take them anytime you'd like. They're available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and you can take it at home. You only need a computer that has a video camera on it. Right now they're offered in English and French, and we hopefully soon will have Spanish and Russian. So that we say you can take it directly at home. To take the DDPP, the Demand Driven Planner Professional, recommend taking the Demand Driven Planner course, then sign up for the on-demand facility, which you have free access to after taking the course, where there's a sample exam which shows you exactly the kind of questions that will be on the test, as well as the worked example of the answer. The same for the Demand Driven Leader Professional. Take the Demand Driven Leader course, and then there's a sample exam in on-demand. And of course, the Demand Driven Supply Chain Fundamentals. It's a great course to take. It is all built around a book that's written as a novel, and the story of a French woman that has had to take over her father's company and her journey in trying to make this company survive. So the Demand Driven Fundamentals Professional is also taken online. Each of the exams is maximum of 3 hours in length, and it's multiple choice. So if you're not successful the first time, you get your results of what it is that you need to study more on, and then you get a free second test so that you can get certified.
As you know, there are several already implementations of the DDI programs and methodology, I would say, like this in different companies, and it was very successful. Can you make some reference of the increase of the return on investments of such significant parameters when the companies implicate this program and this methodology?
Sure. Some of the earliest adopters of DDMRP include a metals company out of the United States. Their ROI went from 3% to over 22% as they reduced inventory and they dramatically improved the lead time of the production of the product to the market. They made oil drilling platforms, and they were able to reduce the lead time of the oil drilling platforms from months to just weeks. With consumer products companies that were able to dramatically reduce inventory, and on average what happens is that overall inventory falls a third to a half, lead times go down about 80 to 90%, costs go down, and overall ROI goes up. But DDMRP is not an inventory reduction program. It's a flow improvement program because return on investment is directly related to the speed of flow of relevant materials and relevant information.